Happening now, all members of the U.S. House of Representatives have officially been sworn in following the election of House Speaker Kevin McCarthy. His confirmation as Speaker comes after 15 rounds of voting, the longest Speaker contest in 164 years. And the 118th Congress will reconvene today at noon Hawaii time. And the official swearing in, including two of Hawaii's own representatives, Representatives Jill Tokuda and Ed Case. And this morning, Representative Tokuda joins us over Zoom live from Washington, D.C. Good morning. Thank you for joining us. I know it's a big day.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
And we're, of course, so excited to have you on. And of course, we want to start off the agenda for the House of Reps today. Following that historic vote, what can you share with us?
Well, I can tell you that after 15 rounds of votes, it really felt good very early on Saturday morning, 1 o'clock, about that time, to finally be able to raise all of our hands and be sworn in, because obviously we've already hit the ground running to work for the people of our district. But now to officially be able to do so, believe it or not, we couldn't even do constituent casework. We're already hustling and bustling. I wish you could see this office, but we're absolutely ready to make sure the people of Hawaii have a voice and have an advocate here in D.C.
And, speaking of that historic vote, GOP leader Kevin McCarthy has been elected the 54th Speaker of the House, and that historic vote impasse, it lasted for days. Talk to us about the atmosphere during that time.
I tell you, it was quite surreal to be in that room, and especially as I think all of America witnessed, especially those last few votes, when it almost literally came to blows on the other side. It was that intense. What really made me feel proud, though, to be a part of was 212 solid Democratic votes that did not waver, really understood that the focus had to be on getting to work for the people and maintaining the decorum of Congress, making sure Congress was functional. And I think what you witnessed there was the fact that no work, quite frankly, can be done unless Democrats are right there at the table. And we're ready, we're willing, and quite frankly, we're behind time right now. So let's just get to it.
And as you've said multiple times already this morning, you're ready to get to work. So what are your priorities for this legislative session?
Well, as always, the people of Hawaii. So really making sure that we have got a strong presence both in D.C., but especially in Hawaii. And I'm preparing to be back home on Friday. I cannot wait for it. By the way, it's about 40 degrees outside, I think. So definitely the weather I'm looking forward to, but making sure that I connect up so that we can advocate for those things that our families need, our children need. I have long really said that I'm fighting to make sure that all of our children, our families, can see a future for themselves at home. And I want the legislation that I sign on to and that I introduce to reflect the fact that we've got to act quickly. Because right now, as we sit here talking, there are families questioning if they can stay at home, houses over their heads, food on the table, jobs that will provide them with that income. And so really making sure that whether it's my committee assignments or the bills that I introduce and sign on to, it's all about the people of Hawaii. And so our teams are working fast and furious to make sure that I can get out there and listen, and then more importantly, lead and act to make sure that the people have what they need here in Congress. So it's a very tight agenda. We're going to be hitting the floor today at 5 to debate rules. That no doubt will also be contentious. Many of the provisions that were given away as part of McCarthy's seeking the speakership could, quite frankly, put many Americans in peril going forward. And so we've got to look at that with a stringent eye. There are some good things, I will admit, but at the end of the day, it's how can we have a functional Congress that will work for the people.
Awesome. Representative Tokuda, so thankful for you joining us this morning. I know you got a big day ahead of you, so thank you for joining us here on Good Morning Hawaii.